And we're back. Another edition of Urban Hippie podcast with my main man here. Great privilege, the one and only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
Always good, brother.
Yeah, good, man. What's been new with you this week?
Shit, man. Just fucking a lot of flying. Back down to Dago, and then ended up having to fucking turn around. So, a little surprise podcast.
I saw that, yeah. A little drop in. You hit me up like, yo, let's get one in. So, hey, here we are, man.
Come on now.
Hey, I like it. What's going down in Dago?
Shit, man. Just the fam. Fucking getting the writing done. I actually finished up Metri.Motion, my little 99 story, short story book.
Yeah.
Basically about my life. About things I've taken. Because me. Either I smoke too much weed or I got CTE. Because I don't be having memories like that. Like I was talking to B, when we did the firefighter podcast. Before we came over here, and it's like, man, like he remembers so many stories from growing up, and like different sporting events and stuff. And it's like, man, a lot of that shit I don't remember, man. So
I have to get out.
I did like a little writing exercise. I think I wrote down like 32, 33 memories that I had, and then. Man, by the time I was like writing on my fifth one, I was already on 15, and then ended up being 99 of them, and I just couldn't put it down till I was done. So,
shit, man, that's what's up.
It was crazy. One memory spawned, like 2-3 more memories.
Yeah.
And it's it was cool kind of taking a trip down memory lane. So I'm kind of a no rear view type cat, where there's no rear views. It's Pac style, bro. Like,
man.
Every once in a while, I'll pull over, gas up and take a look at where I've been and stuff, but. For the most part, man, there's no time to look back. You gotta keep it pushing.
I got you. What do you plan on doing? Are you gonna release like a book and?
I don't know how I'll do. So I got Metri.Motion.com, right, and that'll kind of be the home base for my book. I got 2 books coming, and then the podcast, stuff, the information.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll. I don't know. I'm still kind of tossing that one up there. I guess let's see what the feedback is first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could either put it out and, one thing I was thinking about doing is giving like the first 33 stories for free. You got to pay $1 for the next 33, and then if you really like it, give me like $2-3 for the last 33.
That's not bad.
You know what I mean?
That's not bad.
That way you get a free, third of the sample, and if it's not for you, you don't got to keep reading it.
Yeah, exactly. But you always get hooked into those, those first,
there's some funny shit in there.
2 minutes. I can imagine,
man.
there's one on here that we did a few weeks ago about when you were in Brazil and the weed dealers and all that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, there's more than that. I can imagine. Is it just when you were in Brazil, or is it all over? Is it Italy? Is it Austria?
As far as the run-ins and stuff like that was only Brazil.
Okay, yeah.
But I remember because I was just writing about it in the little stories I was doing. But yeah, I remember. I think my parents. It was after the championship game. My parents just left. I think like that day.
Left Brazil.
Yeah, they left Brazil, and I was gonna leave in like 3 days, 4 days, something like that.
Yeah.
And one of our boys came over, because I'd been in and out of that favela a bunch of times, since then, since those first experiences. And I remember him, just right, where is it? I'm like, bro, it's just literally you walk down there, and once it gets dark, look to the right, and you can't miss it. Like they won't let you, they won't miss you either.
They won't miss you. Probably seen you coming.
So. Of course, like 5 minutes later, he comes back. He's like, bro, I couldn't do it. He's like, what do you do it for me? I'm like, and it was the first and only time I ever had a bad feeling about doing it. And I was like, man, I was like, juggling a little bit. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I just had this bad feeling about it. And I remember walking up in the dark. And I remember like a slow motion. I just saw like the little glimmer of, the little glimmer of chrome, right? And I'm just like, no.
Belt buckle.
Yeah, I wish. And then I see it like one more time, then another time. And finally, he just gets so close that I could see his shadow, because I was getting close to where the little bit of light was.
Yeah.
He didn't like point it at my face or anything, but it was that big old revolver I was talking about that first time. A big old 6-shot. Big old barrel,
cowboy.
Bro. Yeah, that big old put a hole through a motherfucker. And he didn't like point it in my face or nothing. And you could tell he had like he was like moving like a military cat.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know really how to explain it, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But
probably waiting for orders. He's not.
Yeah, but he was just aiming it like at my waist and stuff. And
okay.
And
he had it like out.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah, underneath, like he was official. And
He's on patrol, man.
And I'll never forget. It was like the second time my life kind of like flashed before my eyes a little bit. And I didn't stop. I didn't freak out. Like I just kept I kept moving. Honestly, I kept walking towards him.
Yeah.
And like he started like raise his voice, and finally I stopped and kind of came to, and it ended up being nothing, and I ended up getting my shit, and these the motherfuckers told me I was crazy and shit. All right, yeah. And that's actually the first time I really experienced like the drive-through setting.
Got it.
Because it's like a big you go in, it's all one way, so you go up the hill, hit the one way, loop down around, get your drugs, loop right back out, you're right back on the one way. It's like a perfect little flow. Yeah. It was the biggest drug hub in Sao Paulo. Maldu favela out in Saúde. Big shout out to Saúde, man. That's a cool little neighborhood.
That's cool, man. Wow.
Yeah, what's good with you, dude, man? How you been, bro?
Man, I've been good, man. I've been real good. It's just starting to get into our busy season here, but
And where you remind everybody where you're working?
I'm at Have a Heart Belltown, so come through and say hi.
Dopest store in the state, for sure. Fucking that big old joint thing and the little Seattle mural in there.
The most photographed joint in I see in the marijuana industry.
Probably in the world. Yeah, in the world now.
Yeah, for sure. I see it all over the shit.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, man. It's a dope ass store, man.
Thanks, man.
So it's fucking. We got the train. See, at some point we have to start doing the train giveaways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see. I'm sloughing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we can give away some shirts or something on the train giveaways.
Tank tops or something.
Yeah, want to do we should do you hear the train, and we should have like something you can hit us up on our Instagram with like like a word of the day, but like a shit. What are you thinking?
Shit, I don't know. I want to say like the best insult, but I want to be positive. the most motivational thing you can think of.
Yeah. I see.
It's got to be beautiful about the kids, man. About the kids.
I mean, if you were insulted so bad though, that made you like motivate you to do something else. Could you do it too though? I don't know though. No, don't insult us.
No, I mean, I'm don't get me wrong. I mean, and that's male culture, right? I mean,
yeah.
You get around your boys, it's who's gonna insult each other the best. You know what I mean? I mean, we saw the fat Italian in here the other day. You know,
for sure.
I mean, we know Big Walt likes to fucking make fun of him. So I mean, why wouldn't we?
Before I started fasting, actually, and the fat Italian actually used to call me Fat Drake.
Now you just sexy Drake.
Lost 30 pounds, man. Lost 30 pounds.
Come on. No, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Dope. That's dope.
I love it. I can't I don't see myself like being full again like that. Like was like this is just for me. It's not for everybody. I don't recommend it to everybody, but it sure is for me, And if it's for you, try it. At least try it once. You gotta try it once.
Because you just basically no meat, right? I mean, pescatarian.
Yeah,
essentially.
And then I do intermediate fasting, so I do
I love that shit.
8 off, 6 on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how does it work?
I don't eat for 8 hours. I drink 1 coffee.
You mean 16 off? So 8 hours on, 16 off.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah. And I drink 1 coffee, about a gallon of water a day, and then when I get off work, I definitely eat something like a salad or something. Mm-hmm. Then you go home and make dinner or whatever. But first 4 days fucking sucked. The last shit, it's been 4 months.
Right.
It's been fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just like my lifestyle overseas is kind of how I ended up being. I didn't know I was intermediate or I don't even know how you say it now. Fasting, intermediate fasting.
Intermediate.
But I think I don't know. Probably a Joe Rogan podcast. I think it was the first time.
That's actually what did it for me.
Yeah, I think that's when I heard about it, and I was like, "Damn, I'm already doing that. I've been doing that shit for fucking 5 years. Not even intentionally, because I don't eat in the mornings.
Nope, me neither.
I mean, and I don't like eating.
And here we go. What is it? Sounder? Amtrak this time.
But yeah, you don't want to eat a lot. You don't want to eat a lot before you go to bed, because you don't get as good a sleep, deep a sleep, because your body. If you eat before bed, your body's busy digesting that stuff inside you, so your body's not hitting that REM sleep.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I picked up from it. So I mean, I don't need a lot. It's kind of that window, right? I like to wake up, get my mornings right. You know, hang out with my kids. I usually play my little man 1-on-1. He calls it LeBron James. Daddy, we playing LeBron. He knows he gets snacks.
That's funny.
We play some LeBron James, Daddy.
That's funny.
we play 2 5s, Daddy, because I give him snacks for every five buckets he gets.
Yeah, so, I've been seeing you on your Instagram, man. He's getting.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he's in T-ball now.
He's doing T-ball. Yeah. He's done. So this is his second season of T-ball, and then his second season of football. Last football season he did fucking dope. It was his best season as far as like paying attention. And he's always the youngest. He's always the youngest thing. He's the 4-year-old and the 5'6" or the 5'6"-year-olds. But yeah, it was the first time he was crying because he didn't pull a flag. He didn't get a flag. He started crying. I got mad. I was like, "Fuck!"
What is he?
I had to go walk away.
What is he? DB?
No, he's. I mean, at that age, they just kind of all just like, taking turns and shit.
I got you.
But no, he's QB1, bro. He'll be QB1.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a little like what's Pete Maravich's ass, little robo QB. He said I ain't gonna be an asshole. That was like the Pete Maravich shit. Like that was like I mean, not even I wouldn't say to that extreme, but But that's what I went through, man. Like and I'm not in a negative way.
Sure.
But I remember plenty of times fucking bitching and complaining about having to go practice every day. And shit. It was usually baseball. Like that's when I hated doing because I mean, don't know, baseball was a dope sport, but I would have liked baseball a lot more if I was in California or somewhere like that. You know, where it's like, man, you got it. First of all, we're out here for like 3.5 fucking hours. Yeah, it's fucking raining. And, you know, I'm like, in high school, like, you know, I didn't start smoking weed until like my junior year. I smoked a little bit during basketball and a little bit during baseball season.
When'd you get into it fully? How old?
I'd probably say like the baseball season junior year when I got arrested in the school parking lot.
What is that? 16, 17?
Yeah. That would have been 17. I tried it first time I tried it when I was 16.
Yeah, I was 13, but I just like smoked like in the backyard with some of my friends who were a lot older than me. Not a lot. They're like 2 years older than me. 2 years older than me. I would hang out over there over the weekend, and they would smoke weed in the back. But I didn't get fully into smoking weed until I was like 16. Yeah, hanging out with my older cousin. We'd drive around and smoke weed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, new town.
The first time I ever smoked weed
going on.
I was actually with B. We were at a terrace party. We dipped out with dude Trey and my boy Jake. My receiver, my basketball. I mean, got the NCAA record to do. NCAA record for the best free throw percentage. But no, the first time we ever smoked. When they say you don't get high the first time, I was high. Yeah, it was we went in a little apartment complex right across the street from Malik Terrace High School. Parked up in there and hotboxed that shit with a blunt. I remember I went in that AM PM just
like, looking for the Abbas.
Yeah, I was getting the treatment or something. I was like, man, and then, and actually that night I remember my boy Lucas, we got back to the party. He like smoked some shit that was like laced with something. Oh yeah, and he was just on the couch just zombied out. Like that's
happened to me before.
We asked him to tell us his phone number, and it took him literally a minute. You know, I'd be like 2 0 6.
Like, come on with it
all the way. Yeah. So and because of that, I didn't smoke for a long time after that.
I can imagine.
And that was right before junior year started. I never smoked during football season. And then I would always smoke during the weekends on basketball season and baseball season. Yep. You know, there's no way you can get through a 3.5 hour practice in the Pacific Northwest in the rain. No. Cold rain, windy.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm like, you know, you're just standing around fucking hitting cages off for fucking, you know? It's like, Jesus, man. Like, you know, make this shit enjoyable at least. And, you know, I mean, you know, it was as enjoyable as it could. I mean, you know, no knock on our coaches. Yeah. Our coaches were dope and stuff. But yeah, no, junior year baseball season, we were at a hotel with a couple girls, and I was driving, and one of their boyfriends or something was coming over or something, so we left, and we're gonna come back later. And I remember my dude Port was parked at our high school parking lot, Meadowdale, and we rolled in. We were just switching cars, and we were so done, like, looking back on it. Like, we're facing the school, away from the street, parked right next to each other. Yeah. Port's on the left. My truck's on the right. He's got a Tahoe. I got a truck. and my truck is blocking the entrance, right?
Yeah.
So we're about to go to a party and go check it out and shit.
Yep.
And like I'm literally lighting the blunt, taking the first hit when he put it. I remember he put it into drive, and then his phone rang, and it was there was an old girl whose party it was, and she was like, "Hey, the cops just showed up, so don't come," giving us the look.
Yep.
And I remember like whatever, and we're sitting there, and I'm just hitting the blunt, and we're kind of just like shooting the shit for a second, like figuring out like fuck, what are we gonna do? We're waiting for those, waiting for the hotel to open back up, and this just happened. Next thing you know, cop rolls right up in front of my truck, just rolls right out, right in front of us. I look up, the sunroof is open, and just smoke billowing out. And I'm just like,
of course.
I'm like, it's a wrap. I mean, there's no, full blunt.
Yeah.
There's an empty Coke can. There had to be like there's a little some in the bottom, because I remember I put it in the Coke can as he's walking up, because he pulled up and he was right in front of us.
Yeah.
Got out quick, came to my side and the passenger side. And I remember as he's walking up, I can hear just a
of course.
Out of the Coke can, because the cherry must have been like half submerged in something, right? Because it's just slowly fizzling out. I'm just like trying to kick the fucking can, or, nudge the can and shit as my window's rolling down. Man, it was all bad. We got luckily they just called we arrested us technically and just called our parents and shit. That was the first time my parents were ever truly disappointed in me, like where it was just like like when my mom tells me to shut the fuck up. I know I did something wrong. So I was like, whatever. I tried lying my ass out of it. I was like, I was, smoking cigarettes. I said everything in the book.
But they always...
You live and you learn. I was minor, so I got taken off my record. But no, and so like, because me and Porter were like the rich kids at school. Me, Porter, my boy Jake, we were like the three rich kids, right? That's, people perceived it, right?
For sure.
And he had a dope ass white Tahoe. I had a dope ass 2002 GMC Denali Quadra steer.
Oh shit, yeah.
So, it's like
always rock those.
Yeah, so I mean, usually in your first time offenses, you get 23 days, right? And tons of people, it was usually soccer guys, but they
really.
So like every time you got in trouble, you got 23. You get reduced down to 23 days for a first offense. I've never been in trouble, right?
You got suspended for 23 days?
No, from sports.
Oh,
you can't participate for baseball season.
Oh, really?
So we're thinking we're gonna get the 23 days, right? Like everybody else.
Did you get suspended from school?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, it wasn't during. It was during spring break. School wasn't even in session.
Just hanging out in schools during spring break.
Yeah. So. Train's dope. But yeah, man, like long story short, we went in there and they gave us 45 days because we were the two rich kids, man. So that white privilege worked in reverse on that one.
It always does sometimes. It always does.
What do you think about like Jordan Peterson? You follow Jordan Peterson at all?
Jordan Peterson? No, should I?
Yeah, he's dope, bro.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson. I'll follow him right now.
He's a clinical psychologist. He was at the University of Canada. And he got put on during the whole transgender thing. Like there's some bill in Canada where they're basically forcing you to refer to people as their gender pronoun. So basically
Jordan B.
Peterson. Yeah. He's got like a book called 12 Rules of Life or something. But he's a clinical psychologist. He understands the mind. He understands. Yeah. He understands that stuff.
Yeah, I got you right.
And he has a good beat on how hierarchies work. And the whole structure that we're in. But yeah, his whole thing was you're not. It's not about the transgender thing. It's about the fact that you're telling me what I can and can't say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or what I have to say. I mean, that's infringing on my free speech.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or, I don't know if they have, I don't know how that works. I don't think they have. I think America is the only country in the world with true free speech. True free speech.
Yeah,
like uninhibited.
Say what you fucking
say what
want.
The fuck you want. Really? As long as you're not promoting violence or something.
Yeah, really.
But, yeah. I think it's the only one. I mean, everything has something like some type of journal, some type of regulation on what you can say. Like either it's usually like journalists and shit.
Oh,
like
really?
Media type shit.
Yeah. Is that one of those shit happened in France where that cartoon and all that shit? You can't.
Yeah, but no, Jordan Peterson's dope, bro. I mean. I think he's good for people, who need structure in their life.
Yeah.
Who need to take accountability of their life. I know the one thing I really liked from him is, how he said there's not another thing he got into after he got through the trans attack.
Oh, did they come out? Did they come after him?
Oh yeah. But I mean, it worked in his favor because they were bringing him on. And bro, if you see the way, like, just when he talks, like when he speaks, you can see the way his mind works. Like, he's thinking about several different things at one time, and like you can tell, like, even because I'm kind of like this sometimes too. Like when I'm speaking, I'm sometimes thinking about something else. Like, like people, from what I've in the few conversations I've had about it, like that's not how people work.
Yep.
But like you can tell he's like very intelligent, and like when you see his like best like comebacks and burns and shit on YouTube, bro, he's going at some of these fucking liberals, bro, and he's just making them look so dumb because the shit that they say is so fucking crazy.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, watch the one with the lady. I don't know. It was like some Channel 4, so it was like a British one.
Yeah.
And this lady's like. So the one thing, like, what the media does, right, when you talk to the media, is they if I say something, you'll say it back to me, but with your spin. Yeah. So what you're saying is, and then they put their spin on it, right? Yeah. And so this lady is like doing it like to the teeth. She's doing it. She's a pro at it. The shark teeth. And he wipes the floor with her, bro.
He picked up on her.
And at one point he's like, you mean kind of like you're doing to me right now?
Oh.
And she just like hasn't. It's just like when that when somebody like when a mouthy motherfucker is fucking speechless. Yeah. You did
I like
something,
when that happens.
and that feels so fucking.
Yeah,
good.
I like when that happens.
They just hate it.
They do.
But no, Jordan Peterson's dope, bro. He's like his big thing is like make your bed in the morning. Yeah. Because start out with a win. Start out accomplishing something when you walk in there. Every time you walk back
Make
in
your
that
bed
room,
in the morning.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you brush your teeth, you turn around, hey, my bed's made. You go change your clothes, go in your closet, you turn around, hey, my bed's made. Yeah, true. If you get your keys, you run in there, hey, my bed's made. Right. You're starting off on a positive note. Like my boys were talking about it when I was changing the cameras on that first episode. Taking that first hour of your day. For all you social media cats, don't get on social media right away. Don't get on your phone right away. No. Take an hour and chill. Go outside and breathe. Like the big problem is nobody goes outside anymore. We're like the indoor. I was reading an article like how like we're kind of like the indoor. It's kind of like we're kind of like the test tube for like indoor culture, like indoor species now. Humans aren't an indoor species.
It's gonna be like that because I think we're the generation that's gonna like colonize the moon and Mars, and it's all gonna be like a indoor. It's gonna be like a. It's gonna be like a mall. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like Jeff Bezos' spheres, like Biodome. It's gonna be like Biodome, or everything is just like on the inside.
We live in Biodome.
We do. Same city.
See, that's God telling me shut the fuck up. They're not ready yet. I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out of the closet today. I'm gonna get my boy Jason Newell, man. He's my boy, bro. He's a cool ass fucking cat. We grew up together, and went through high school and shit, too. But he's as like left wing liberal as they come, and
do you know anybody who's a super far right?
Probably my pops.
Yeah. What about getting those two together?
Yeah, that I don't know how that one would end.
I don't know how that one would work.
Some insults would come in that one.
That'd be like the insult of the day, and then you win a fucking.
Yeah, we're not Facebook friends, are we?
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, it's good man. I didn't do Facebook for years.
I'm a type of social media guy. Like if I'm on one, I'm not on the other. Like I'm on Snapchat and Instagram, but I only really at one time used both. Like I was really big when I first got onto social media. I was really big on Snapchat, and then I say in the last 2 or 3 months, I started transitioning more on Instagram. I would like read up on like sports and stories and stuff like that, but like actual posting things on Instagram, like probably within the last 3 months. Yeah, and now I kind of went off of Snapchat.
Yeah, I just posted my first like actual picture of me on social media site.
I saw that,
on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that
since I've got it. Yeah, no, I've never been. I remember I'm so old. I remember when I went to college, you had to have the EDU. Your college had to be signed up. And you had to have the EDU. I remember my girlfriend at the time wasn't going to a 4-year. She was going to community, so she could be my Facebook friend. And I know, and I remember when came out, I was like, this is super dope, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm getting to meet people that are gonna be in my dorm or gonna be in my class.
Yep.
You know, shit like that. And, I never got into it picture-wise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or actually following it and stuff.
Yep.
But it is crazy that fuck Facebook, but
yeah, I know.
You know,
I'm not glad I never.
I'm not down with it, but
I'm glad I never.
I'm glad I never.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'm glad I never fucking got into all that shit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know that shit that was fucked up, selling your privacy and shit.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
you know who never did us wrong though was Tom, man. He never took down a fucking.
That's what I'm fucking top. I love MySpace, bro.
Right, and he never took down a fucking post
your
ever.
Your page got the fucking. You got the theme song on the page. Yeah. Hey, that's when I got into Drake.
Oh yeah.
I was putting people on to, my boy Luke put me on to Drake, and when he was like getting blown up on MySpace, and he had the bangers back.
He had those MySpace bangers.
He had those little slow cuts. I'm trying to remember the one that I'm thinking about.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah, even before that, it was the slow one.
Yeah,
the Marvin's Room too.
Comeback season.
Yeah,
comeback season. Yeah. Yeah.
Was Marvin's Room his, or was that one?
Yeah, no, Marvin's Room was before.
That was
Take
Drake,
Care.
Right? Yeah. That Marvin's Room was on MySpace for a long time.
Yeah.
I was putting people on to Drake.
Yeah, Drake was fire.
I remember the first. I remember the first girl that was. She's actually got a podcast. This little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Balanced Berry or something. This girl from my college. She was cool, Lashronda. But I remember when I told her about Drake, she was like, "You mean the Degrassi kid?" And I was like, "What? I never heard of it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're talking about the wheelchair kid from Degrassi?"
It's like he's actually not in a wheelchair.
And it kind of fucked me up for a second. I got over it after a week, but like when I went and look what she was talking about, I'm like, "What?" Like, not hating, but I'm like, I was like, I had to like. All right, I'm gonna have to go listen to this shit, and I want to play this shit. Still bangers, so I got over it quick.
Yeah, I didn't know who Drake was. Like, true story, I didn't know who Drake was, and I was flying back home, and I was in college. I was flying back home. I was in LAX, and these girls ran up on me, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's you from Degrassi. Could I have your autograph?" And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Fine, fuck it. And I did it, and I looked them up on the internet or whatever, and I was like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, fuck it.
And then maybe
ride that way.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then maybe a year later, right before I graduated college, like my friend, she was into Drake. She's like, "Oh, you gotta listen to this song and this song." And I was listening to him, and I was like looking at his picture, and I was like, "The fucker looks like me." And then she's like, "He does." And ever since then, I just rode that wave. Bro, shit, 7 years later.
Whiskey Papi, Sexy Drake.
Hey, shout out to Drake.
Whiskey Papi, Sexy Drake.
Definitely upped my game 50% for sure, hands down, no problem. Right. Like, thank you, Champagne Papi, my cousin Champagne Papi. Appreciate you, bro.
He's actually October '86, like I am.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I even gave him a chance too. So I was like, OVO baby. I was like, all right.
Scorpio, huh?
I don't know. I know I'm a Libra. Libra? He must be later in the month.
He's a Scorpio, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, yeah.
This shit looks dope out here.
I know, right? Yeah, this is fresh.
This is dope, man. Yeah, no, this, like I said, I'm going to say this probably every podcast, but it's a fucking blessing we can be out here and do something like this, man.
Oh, man, absolutely.
I think just in life, man, you got to appreciate. Yeah. You got to appreciate the journey, man. Like, I know like, I've talked to so many athletes, and myself, too, like, you know, just looking back on all that time, you know, I was traveling overseas. You know, I mean, like I said, for 5 years.
5 years.
Shit, I went from Austria to Sao Paulo, Brazil, to right outside Milan and Bergamo, Italy, back to Brazil, and I went up to Fortaleza, up on the beach.
Damn.
88 every single day. It was like near the equator. 88 every single day. And then I did my last season right outside Bologna in Reggio Emilia, Italy.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, man, like when it was all done, and like I realized it was done when I found out I was having my son. You know, I was like, man, there's so many things I wish I did that I didn't do.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of shit. You know, I did a lot of shit. I was moving.
Well, in the book, we're gonna hear all that, right?
Oh yeah. And so the Ball in Brazil book, man. When I was down in Brazil that second season in 2011. Playing for Corinthians, the biggest soccer club in Brazil, owned our football team. Ronaldo, the famous original Ronaldo, had just retired the year before from Corinthians. You know, Anderson Silva's a Corinthian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they were building his gym they were building his gym in the aerobics room next to the weight room that we were working out at. Yeah, so I saw him like training and shit.
Wow.
He's fucking. It was crazy, bro. Like the mystique around him. Like when he walked.
Tall dude.
Yeah,
like
he's
a superhero.
He was like 6'2".
Yeah.
And lanky and long.
Yeah, like a superhero hunt down there. Yeah.
Oh, bro, like it's like one of those things where you feel his presence.
Yeah.
Because of the way people react around him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was fun, man. I remember that year. And I'm glad I wrote about it. Something like 2 weeks in, I was down there. And I'd met this girl in Amsterdam, and she was kind of doing something similar. She kept a book style journal.
Yeah.
And she would just tell me some crazy shit that's in Metri.Motion. It's some crazy shit. You're gonna be like, oh, this kind of makes sense now.
Yeah, in Amsterdam.
So I kind of just had this feeling of, man, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna keep a little book style journal. So I would binge write. I would catch up to the present. And then I would take another break, and I'd like keep daily notes. Like at the end of every day or every couple of days, I like write down some notes of like the things I took from the day.
Yeah.
And I'd go another like 2-3 weeks without writing, then binge write for another like week, and then go another 2-3 weeks without writing, then binge write for every week. Then when I felt like chapters needed to change, they would change them. So it was like in essence a book, but more like a journal.
I got you.
So it was a book style journal.
I got you.
And that was in 2011. We won the championship, went undefeated. I set the league record for interceptions. They played our championship game on ESPN Brazil for like 7 to 10 times over the course of a week.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. And she was dope, bro, because we were Corinthians. And Corinthians, the soccer team, had just won basically the Super Bowl of soccer in Brazil.
Yeah.
The Sunday before we won it, so it was like huge news. Double. Yeah, we went to the beach. I went to the beach with my family. Like people not saying recognized me until they knew. Yeah. But they knew who I was from from the games and shit. Cause I was the American safety, the hair hanging out of the hair. They called me Cristo down there.
Cristo. Hey, that was the beginning. It's still prevalent today.
I put my first ponytail in at the end of my Brazil trip 6 months in.
Oh, really? And had it ever since?
At first, I had to do like the band, the corny ass band, the white
boy
band.
You had the Brazilian band, bro.
Yeah, but I had like the lion's mane, so they called me like something lion at first, and then when it got longer, it was Cristo.
Cristo rocked ever since.
Yeah, but no, that was 2011, and then when I retired, basically 2014. I finally printed it out. I did it on my old Mac, and I did it on TextEdit, so I never knew how many pages it was, but it was single space. But I finally printed it out in Cafe Neo up here in the office, and it was 452 pages, single spaced.
Damn.
And so I've written, and so that over the course of that next year, I wrote 2 or 3 drafts.
Damn.
And I got it down like 160 pages or something, 60-ish. I did 4 drafts, and then I did 2 drafts, and I did my 4th draft in 2016.
Yeah.
And then I put it down again, and I was gonna pick it up again, and that's kind of when I got into the Metri.Motion thing. So I was like, I need to, because like with writing, it's kind of like it's like riding a bike, but you got to grease those wheels. You got to grease everything back up. You know what I mean?
You do.
So I was like, man, I just need like a little writing exercise, and I'd always want to do a little short story book about just different memories and shit. So I was like, fuck it, I did a little 32, 33. I thought I was gonna do 32, 33. Shit ended up being 99, but fuck it.
Better go over than under, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. No, so no, like writing for me, man, it's like therapy though. It really is. I think that was, and kind of the whole premise of that Ball in Brazil book is like, so in 2011, my first year in Austria, I was playing for the Red Bull sponsored team. I got kicked off the team.
Per game?
Yeah, I scored our only 4 touchdowns of the season.
Only 4? 3
games in, and after we got smacked by the defending champions. Yeah. It was during halftime. Like I was like late coming in the locker room, and I came in on the defensive coordinator was like talking. First of all, the defensive coordinator, all we learned, it was supposed to be like a man-to-man blitzing defense. I was supposed to be a free safety at the top, basically center field, doing whatever I want. Yeah. We practiced cover 3 one day. Went into our first game and ran cover 3 the whole game. Then we practiced cover 3 for the whole week. Went against the defending champions, and then ran cover 2 the whole game. So both
where's
games.
This guy from?
He was a German. He was a fucking idiot. So, I heard like one of my boys on the team was like, "Yeah, he's fucking talking shit about you, like trying to blame me for shit, like trying to put this shit on you." And everybody knew that was bullshit. So they tell me, so I called his ass out during halftime, And then he didn't even have the balls to fucking tell me because I played both ways. I was playing wide receiver and safety. So I was playing the whole game. So he's like, oh yeah, we don't need you on defense this half. And he didn't even have the balls to do it myself. He had this pussy ass middle linebacker, Johannes. He was the guy who recruited me there. He's like, so he's supposed to be like some like old legendary Austrian linebacker. He was a piece of shit, bro.
Where was he?
He was
German?
First of all, he was juicing, Austrian, German, same shit.
He's definitely juicing.
He was juicing. He was lazy, bro. He just cussed at people. He had no leadership. Like, he thought he was a leader. He just cussed at people and put them down. And like first of all, you're lazy. You don't show up. Like you're
juicing.
Like, I'm like whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Was he roid rage? Did he roid rage?
No, he was a pussy. But after the game, I was getting into it. Actually, during the game, I was talking shit to the other team's sideline and shit because they ran like a fake. They did a fake field goal, up like 30 or something. I'm like, bro, and they were
playing Madden.
I took offense to it too. Like all our team was mad. I was mad. I was cussing. I was ready. I was gonna beat the shit out of one of their assistant coaches after the game. But
were they American?
The American coaches were. They had American coaches.
Yeah. Okay.
But he wanted no part of it. And the funny part is I'd already kicked it with I'd already kicked it with everybody on this team 2 weeks ago. We played the defending champs in the preseason game too. Okay. And I torched them for 2 like 50-yard touchdowns. and then after the game, my other boy Marty, I played high school ball with. He was playing for a team. We actually played them the first game of the season.
Oh, really?
And so I was kicking it with all. They were both the Vienna teams.
Yeah.
So I was kicking it with all these Vikings cats, and the teammates were cool. But there's these couple American assistant coaches. I got into them. So I wanted to fight with them after the game. They wanted no part of it.
Yeah, no.
And then after the game, like the other team was buying me beers and shit. Some Vikings cats, and then the head coach came and commended me on my competitiveness and shit. And I was walking to the bus, and then that defensive coordinator came up and
yours?
Yeah, came up, got in my face.
Was he drunk?
I don't know. He might have been. I don't
know.
Might
have a few.
But he came chest to chest, bumped me in my chest, was like on his way to put his hand in my face and shit.
And the season's over. Like you're going your separate way. You still got to play.
This is after the game. Yeah, after the.
You still got games to play.
Yeah, this after the third game of the season. and so he bumps me in my chest. He's like cussing me out. I just put him on the ground. I just smushed him on the ground, right?
No hands. You just grabbed him and just.
I just smushed him. I literally took him by like the face and just like smushed him down, bro. Like just into the the Johannes pussy like came and tried to grab me and shit. I just elbowed him off me and shit.
That was his backup.
Yeah, and that's
Mr. Juice, Mr. Roid Rage.
Yeah, so 2 days later, I get a message on my Facebook wall. Like these guys I have a team issued cell phone. My teammate has a team issued cell phone. Like I get a direct message. That works too. And Facebook, he put a message on my Facebook wall saying we'll be there at 2 p.m. Be home. And it's Johannes because he's like the recruiting director, and the middle linebacker and shit. So I knew what time it was. So I was in the back, and I remember they came and fucking sat and we're suspending your contract. And I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And he brought the money guy too. The money guy tried to say something. Like, no, it don't matter, bro. So he's like, and then they started to tell me when I was gonna leave. And I was like, no, you guys don't get to tell me because I was my own agent. I decided to be my own agent because I didn't make enough to fucking
pay an agent.
Yeah, I didn't make enough to fucking where an agent would ever want anything.
Yeah,
anyways.
Exactly. So they'd be like, nah, man.
I was my own agent, you know. So I knew what my contract said. I was like, nah, I was like, I got 6 months. I'll let you know when you're gonna book my shit. I'll be out that day, because they basically replaced me with another American. They brought another American.
Got it.
And it was actually a dude. I met the cat. He was a inner city cat who he played like I don't even know what he played, but he'd never been out of the country, so it was cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
And he told him he was gonna play offense and defense like I was doing. And when he got there, he's like, "There's no way I'm fucking." I told him I would. There's no way I'm fucking doing it.
No.
He's like, "I'm not playing defense, bro." And he didn't. So
yeah, hey.
They ended up.
Take care of your body, man.
But no, my boy Shay, actually the two brothers that were in here.
Yeah.
The firefighters. Yeah, he was playing professional basketball in Leiden, and he was like an MVP caliber player out there. Shit. And those guys got paid, and they were getting treated well, bro. I remember that first. I went to a playoff game right when I got there. And I was in like this owner's suite and shit, and that shit was dope, bro. Yeah. Like that whole basketball scene out there is fucking dope.
Yeah,
it really is. If you can play overseas basketball, I recommend it.
My guy Bobby Jones out there, man.
Yeah,
in Italy.
Yeah, no, and all the women's players, they make more money overseas than they do here in the WNBA.
Oh, hands down, absolutely.
So, no, it's dope, man. It's it's fun to travel, man. Like you don't understand. Americans until you get outside of America and then realize like how Americans are viewed.
Oh, I can
by
imagine.
the world, bro. Like, I mean, and they're not too far off. We're a bunch of dumb, materialistic,
like everything big,
antisocial.
Yeah, right
beings,
now, yeah.
It's like, and don't get me wrong, I love Americans, and America's the greatest country on earth. And, as long as we have that First and Second Amendment, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the free speech thing, man?
I
guess my question is like hate speech is. I say hate speech is free speech. Say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, as long as you're not inciting violence, say what you want.
Yeah, I mean, like we all come across things that we don't want to hear, but hey, man, at least we can say it. And I can't really say nothing because I kind of like to poke the bear sometimes. Yeah. And people come at me sideways because of it, but when I hear something out there, like they're poking the bear, and as long as they're not like coming at me with something after that, I mean, there's really nothing we can do. All we can do, as Americans is like, well, motherfuckers died for this.
Yeah.
Regardless.
For sure, man.
Regardless on either side you're on of the hate speech, at least it's just speech. If it gets any more out of that, then we got some problems. I
think this country is headed for a rude awakening, man, with these next generations coming up. Because I mean, not only are they antisocial, it's just, I mean, I got a 16-year-old sister, and my sister's cool. Mm-hmm. Like, she's not into all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of these girls, man, like they know too much. They're too fast. They're learning too much too fast.
Absolutely.
It's all about likes. It's all about I mean, it's all about sex, right? I mean, sex sells.
Sex sells.
And I'm not selling. And look, I'm not mad at it, but at the end of the day, it's up to the parents.
Yeah.
To fucking make sure your kids, and you have to be present in your kids' lives, and that's the whole problem with the 9 to 5 thing, man. Like, you think about it. I think one of the biggest mistakes this country's ever made is letting the government fucking teach our kids.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all cookie cutter. They don't teach them shit. I didn't really learn nothing until I got in the real world.
It's an assembly line, man.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
I mean, we're the product.
Absolutely.
We won't go down all the conspiracy theory and like the deep shit that goes on in this world, but
even how to pay a fucking bill or your rent.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, like the schooling is fucking crazy, and it's just fucking, it's a cesspool for liberals, bro. Like,
or any fucking mad radical.
Bro, you remember that Evergreen shit? Evergreen State, the college down there in Olympia, back like when they I don't know what it was. I don't know. I apologize if I'm misspeaking, but I think it was like they didn't want any white people or any black people or something to come to campus. I think it was no white professors or something. Something weird. And then this white professor, like Brett Weinstein or something. Yeah. He showed up, and they were like, and like the shit these fucking kids are saying to him, like you're fucking
trying to learn.
I'm like, first of all, it's like the ironic part about it is you're acting more bigoted and racist than the fucking what you're fucking standing against. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Evergreen was like,
and Evergreen's like the out there shit. It's like the school that you don't get grades. Like it's like the fucking weirdo.
But they'll take your money though.
They'll take your money though.
That's the hustle though. They're like, hey, why don't you pay us to do whatever the fuck you want?
But like the whole like the whole spin behind it was like, hate speech, getting rid of hate speech and limiting your rights to speech, and it's like. I mean, that's the slipperiest slope you'll ever get to. Yeah. Like when you start censoring what people can say or start forcing people to shit.
While you're just trying to go to school for it. Like,
you know what I mean? The whole school system's a joke. It's like, and that's why one thing I'm going to get into. Like, my boy Jason Newell, man, the dude I went to high school with, super far liberal. He's fucking intelligent as shit. He's very fucking intelligent.
What does he do?
I don't know what he exactly does now. He's like some type of consultant. He makes 6 figures though. He has a 6-figure career job. He reminds me all the time.
Oh God.
Yeah. But I mean, good for him, right? I mean,
for sure.
I'm proud of him. I'm like, I want nothing for the best of him. I'm pretty sure he makes a little bit of his own schedule, and he's got some freedom and shit. He's it's like some type of consultant or something. I gotcha. But I mean, it's like dope, bro. But it's like he puts so much value on the fact that he went to like college beyond college.
Gotcha. Grad school.
Getting his master's or grad school and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's where you get your master. Yeah, grad school, I believe. Yeah.
So
well, I don't know. I didn't go to grad school. So.
Yeah,
went to art school.
Yeah, I mean, I would have never gone. I don't even really recommend people to go to college if it's not for sports or something.
That was my big mistake.
Or something very specific.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
even if it is.
And don't get me wrong. Is it a Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But you know what you should do? Go get a fucking job and take online courses. And the other part is, if you're not going to school for sport, go to community college for 2 years.
Yeah.
Fucking save money.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you get your fucking degree, it still says wherever the fuck you graduated from. It doesn't say. There's no asterisk saying 2 years or this, community college.
I don't give a fuck.
No, man. No. And once you're 4 or 5 years down the road out of college, they're not looking at that shit anyway.
No.
They're looking at your work history.
I went to art school and I got a job while I was still in school working for Microsoft. And we would like interview, kind of like what we're doing now, but we would interview like artists, right? And there was multiple times where the artist was like, yo, you coming to Miami with us? You coming to Vegas with us? You coming to LA with us? And my answer all the time would always be, nah, I got class in the morning.
Yeah, man. No, I think. So what kind of what'd you do in art school? Like, what kind of art did you?
Well, it was fucking cookie cutter art. Actually, this school doesn't exist nowhere, so I could talk shit about it. So it's called Art Institute of Seattle.
That doesn't exist anymore?
No, they fucking closed down like
really? I didn't know that.
March 1st. Yeah.
Why'd they close down?
Because probably kids got smart that it was a fucking dump. Don't get me wrong though, amazing instructors I had an amazing time there. I learned a lot about life more than fucking setting up a mix board. I learned how to do that too. Also, don't get me wrong, that's where I learned how to sell drugs. To be honest, I mean, freedom of speech. But it was more of an experience. Yeah. I paid a lot of money for an experience, but looking back, I could have made it without it.
Right.
But you need that start, though. If I didn't go there, I don't know if I would have had the opportunity or been in the same room to get me to the next spot.
Right. Yeah, man. No, I mean, it definitely helps. It's a Kickstarter, and it's a lot of times it's a requirement. But
yeah,
I mean, there's, like in what's the Facebook movie, Social Network, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole that line in that movie where it's like, you don't come to Harvard to get a job.
Yeah.
You come to Harvard to create a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that, and another thing I recommend to young people, man, is go work for the establishment, go work for the 9 to 5 and the corporate 500s or whatever it is that you want to do. Go make a career out of it. Get a little security blanket saved up.
Yep.
Make some smart investments and eventually go start your own company.
Save your money.
Because your worth to a company is a fraction of what your worth it really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you're making that company $1 million,
and you're getting paid,
you're only getting paid
$40 an hour,
$50,000. You know what I mean?
If that.
Yeah. Now you can go get. Obviously there's a curve there, and it's not for everybody. Not everybody's meant to be there. Not everybody's meant to be a boss.
For sure.
Not everybody's meant to have their own company.
Yeah.
But for those that are, play the game, and that's what I think. The one thing people need to understand about life in general is it's a game. The world is a stage.
Yep.
Like, believe that the world is a stage. Like, you get cookie cutter mainstream news.
Yep.
Like you've seen it's on like all the social media shit where they're like showing like all the different news channels literally saying the same fucking script.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Thousands and thousands of channels. It's like 6 media companies own everything. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, people don't understand the
severity
of that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm all for capitalism. I'm all for that shit, but there's got to be some type of regulation where when you literally have a monopoly.
Yeah.
And a monopoly doesn't have to be one person. It can be one entity.
Yeah.
It can be one like-minded entity that runs everything.
Yep.
And it's gonna be an interesting time, man. And
it is.
It's so what are your feelings on Trump, man? You pro Trump, against Trump? Like, what are your feelings on Trump?
I'm actually against him, but it's more of, I mean, in general, I don't like politicians.
I agree.
In general. I like some of them as people. Maybe I don't. But if you get into, in my eyes, in my book, if you get into politics in general, regardless of what side you're on, you're a snake.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's not true.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna hear a rebuttal from me.
Yeah.
So personally, I love Trump. I fucking love him, bro.
Really?
And I was against him too. Like I was off. So first of all, I don't get into politics, and I'm not educated enough on politics to give any educated advice.
That's why mine's pretty open.
Other than the simple fact is, we are ran by a two-party dictatorship. There has never been a president that's not a Democrat or Republican. I'm pretty sure. Very few senators are independents, if any. I mean, I have no idea. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where I've never been into politics.
Yeah.
But I think it's fucking dope. Now look, do I like Trump, the human being? Would I want to hang out with him? No. I mean, I think he's a arrogant, insecure prick, rich dude. I mean, is he maybe a little racist? I mean, who knows? I think everybody's a little racist.
Yeah.
In some way or form, if you're being honest.
For sure.
At least prejudiced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
we all have it.
I think the best thing I like about Trump is he made it okay for those racists to come out of the closet, and he made it okay for those extremists to come out of the closet, even if you're against him.
Even everybody's exposed.
Everybody's exposed himself.
Everybody's exposed.
He made everybody come out of the fucking shade and the dark, and I think that's dope, because I don't want to be around somebody that's fucking, that's two-faced, right?
Yeah, like you hang out with them, go home, and they put on a fucking KKK mask. Yeah, like you're like, here it is. Yeah, actually,
it's like my thing with gay people, right? Yeah. Like I have no problem with gay people. I think love is love, and I think anybody should marry anybody, and as long as they're of age. But I don't. If you're in the closet gay, I think you're a fucking coward. Just like if you're in the closet anything, right? If you're in the closet racist, if you're in the
just tell me you're racist.
Yeah, bro. If you're in the closet about anything, and you've put a front, like I don't do that front shit. I'm a real motherfucker.
Yeah,
bro.
I like that.
You keep that shit real around me.
I like that.
Or I'm gonna expose you.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, damn, I fucking love this. Like, oh damn, you see how mad these people get? Like, damn, you can't even talk about it. You can't even have a conversation about it. And then you start getting into the fact that it's like, man, you know what? These racist Republicans will actually talk to you about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These fucking whacked out fucking liberals are like, you can't even. You can't even bring it.
Both of them hate him. Like,
yeah. And
like the Tea Party and the fucking and the most extreme liberal.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like the outcast who won prom king.
Right. Yeah, man. No, I think it's so hilarious. And like I said,
I saw a hilarious picture of him.
Oh, the shit, like the way they go after him on the I see some of the funniest shit on the internet, bro. Like,
let me show you this picture that I see.
He's such an easy target,
bro. This shit, like, okay, remember when you were a kid? And like you went to the fire station and you got to ride in the fire truck? Look at this shit. Look, vroom vroom, mom. That's our president, bro.
It's fucking beautiful.
Pretending he's driving a fucking fire engine.
Big ocean water. Big ocean water. That was my favorite line ever. Big ocean water.
Ocean water from Sonic is actually pretty bomb. That's probably one of my favorite drinks from Sonic.
I'm not a big Sonic guy.
No? No.
I like that some of those like cool cold drinks, but I've never been a big Sonic guy. I don't know why.
That's
a lot of hype around it.
I'm
not a big Krispy Kreme guy either.
No, me neither.
But I'll tell you what I am a fan of that I believe the hype is real about is that chick motherfucking filet. That fucking spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah,
I'd be putting that. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't even mean it anymore. But yeah.
But I grew up in the South, man. So like Chick-fil-A and Sonic and all that. Like that's a dime a dozen out here. And when everybody got him out here, like, oh my god, fucking Sonic and Chick-fil-A and all that. Man, down there you can fucking like there's in Bellevue there's a line of cars around the block. Nah, man. Next one, last time I was in Santa Fe, like fucking shit was empty. Just walk in. Get a fucking Krispy Kreme or crispy fucking chicken sandwich. Don't get me wrong, I probably in the last like month have been craving chicken wings like you would not believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm like, 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
But sometimes I crave the shit out of it.
I be craving wings every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes I'm probably gonna go to King's and on 50 cent wing night and fucking take down 3 dozen of them.
Yeah,
I feel it soon. Smoke some weed and fucking go down to King's and fucking 50 cent wing night.
Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop?
Wingstop.
Favorite wing?
Jerk.
Okay. Man, the best wing I've ever had my whole life to me is that mango habanero Buffalo Wild Wings, bro.
Mango habanero is fire.
That one wing is just so fucking fire.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to have it. But that lemon pepper too, and the lemon pepper and the Cajun dry rubs at Wingstop are fire.
Mine, that Jamaican jerk, man, that's my favorite one. And
Shout out Rick Ross.
Balls.
Motherfucker
Wingstop. Ona.
Was it a PO or a corrections officer or something like that?
I think a corrections officer.
Something
corrections
like
officer. Then he owned a.
Sounds like a snitch.
Then he owned a car wash, and then he owned a
a
barbershop.
He is very savvy at business.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about Nip, man? What are your thoughts on the whole Nip thing?
Yeah, that's fucking sad, bro.
Yeah, man.
That shit is sad. I mean,
Neighborhood Nip, bro.
Neighborhood Nip, man.
Neighborhood Nip.
I think they're gonna name a intersection after him.
I think they already did.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah.
They didn't rename the Slauson there, but they renamed something a little bit further down or something like that, like the intersection, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to go speak to LAPD about gang violence or
the
something
next day. The next day.
See, I'm sure it was a bullshit article, but there was that saying like that dude supposedly killed him. Like, he was saying the LAPD paid him. And like, yeah, right.
Yeah. You know who fucking represents him? Fucking Chris Darden.
Oh yeah, the OJ dude.
The OJ dude.
The fucking idiot that put on the glove. He was the one who pushed for it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was fucking Marsha Clark.
Marsha Clark. I actually liked Marsha. I didn't have a problem with Marsha.
She liked the BBC.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with her. I thought she was a sharp lady. And not saying I agreed with her, her or anything, but yeah, she was a sharp lady.
She was. I like, and she was a single mom, like doing her thing. Yeah, too I like
intelligent people, man.
Yeah, for sure.
There's not,
There's nothing worse. Shit on from both sides, like her husband or like her ex-husband was shit on her, and then like she would go to like court and get shit on. Yeah. And then like she still still kept her cool.
Yeah, they drug her through the mud.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And I think she took, and actually that's actually why I liked her, because she took it well, man. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Who knows how much it really got to her, but
yeah,
at least publicly she kept it. She kept a stone cold face.
She's making lawyer money too, man. She was doing her fucking thing, man. Yeah,
them lawyers, man.
Yeah. Fucking Chris Darden.
The whole fucking legal system's such a joke. Like, you should be able to. I mean, for me, it's like when you're dealing with bullshit fucking cases, like, you don't need a fucking lawyer. You don't need a fucking public defender. You should be, because all these public defenders that are representing you,
yeah, they work.
They want to be the prosecutor. So then the more people they put in fucking jail, and the better they are at it, the quicker they become the prosecutor. So you're being coached. Yeah, you're being coached by the other team.
Yeah,
is what it is. You're being coached by the other team. Yeah, that's why I tell you, hire your own fucking lawyer. Or fucking learn the fucking law and fucking go represent yourself. It's some easy, shit.
You don't have to pass the bar. You just gotta know a little bit. But Jay-Z says.
But see, what people don't understand is like, you have so much better chance. Like, I don't know what the statistics are on it, or I could be even talking out of my ass. But to me, I feel like you have a better chance fucking representing yourself on some serious shit with a jury, because a jury's gonna, if a jury's gonna get to know you if you do it the right way. You sell yourself to the jury, right? Instead of it's like this third party, right? Like all they're doing is when it's all a lawyer talking, unless you're gonna go on the stage,
right?
Not on the stage, but
basically is a stage. It basically is a stage, man.
But if you go on the stand, which you only go on the stand if it's a close case.
Yeah.
If it's not a close case and you're good, then you never take the stand.
Go on the stand. I'm not going on the stand.
Yeah, So it's like it's just a fucked up system, man. I've sat in so many fucking courtrooms, bro. I've been charged with 3 DUIs. I got my ass beat the first time I got a DUI.
Like beat up?
Yeah, this punk bitch motherfucking Joe Gannon. Joe Gannon's the guy who gave Warren Moon that infamous DUI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like on the news bragging about it and shit. But he was just a racist fuck. And he beat my ass, bro. We were on a complete stop. We came to a complete skidding stop on I-90 on the bridge. He was trying to pull me out of the back of the car. Yeah, what? Bro. Yeah, he slammed on the brakes. I like hit my face on the center. First of all, he was like jerking me back and forth. Then he fucking whipped it. I went flying across the fucking back of the car.
What the
I said some funny shit to him. He slammed on the brakes, and I fucking hit my face on the center divider. I remember we came to a complete stop, and when he was walking by around the back, all I could see was like the Washington State Patrol patch on his sleeve because there was so much smoke around him. We were engulfed in smoke, and he was walking around. He like came around. He was trying to pull me out of the back seat.
He was coming out like a wrestler.
Yeah,
in like the WWE.
He was like trying to pull me out of the back. So I was like basically laying down in the back seat at that point. He was like trying to pull me out by my legs. And at one point, he got a hold of me, and I like kicked, and I got like literally an inch from his kicking him in his face. And if I did, bro, he would have probably killed me. But also when I did, like I could see the sanity like flush back through his face, and like he started looking around like we're sitting on I-90 at 3:00 in the morning in a cloud of smoke, and this dude's trying to pull me out of the back of the cop car.
You think he was gonna throw you in the water?
I don't know what he was gonna do, bro. I think he snapped. Like I don't think he didn't have a plan.
Is he still the fucking highway patrolman?
He probably is, man. Bro, that's such a long ass story, but yeah, bro. He didn't let me take a breathalyzer. Just automatically gave me a DUI.
Get the fuck out.
So I took it to trial, bro, and I got found guilty with no evidence by some old ass white jury. And then I got 2 more charges that were borderline. You know, I wasn't like hammered drunk, but I was probably shouldn't have been driving. But you know, I was around that .08 stage, right?
Yeah. Was it? And
I beat both them motherfuckers. And
really?
And the last one I took to trial and beat it in trial, and went back to my first court date because I'm on 7-year probation for it. And I was anyways. And I was like 6 years and 9 months. So I had 3 months left. And she gave me 30 days in jail, even though I was found not guilty.
Whoa!
Because
your last month.
Because you're not allowed to
violate.
No, you're not allowed to refuse a breathalyzer. And so I was gonna take the breathalyzer because I was gonna be under. And I was like, so when I'm under the limit, you're gonna let me go, right? And he was like, no, I'm gonna give you a DUI no matter what. I was like, hold up. So if I blow a 0.0, you're gonna give me a DUI. And he was like, yeah. I was like, that seems unfair to me. So I didn't take it. And I took the trial and I won it.
Yep.
And she's like, yep, that's fair. Should have taken it. 30 days in jail. I also told her what I felt about the legal system when she sentenced me the first time. So she didn't like me very much.
I have a friend. Well, I guess I haven't seen him, and who knows what happened to him. But, my boy Gerald Quintana in Santa Fe, New Mexico, man. This guy has 7 DUIs. I was with him on 3.
How do you get 7 fucking DUIs?
He's 33 years old.
Don't you just go to jail at some point?
In New Mexico, like, I guess not. Now it does. Like, if this guy gets a seatbelt infraction, he gets his license pulled for like 25 years.
What? Word?
Yeah. If he runs a red light, 25 years.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. I try to catch up with them every here and there on Santa Fe's Most Busted.com. No joke, bro. No joke. And poor dude, man. I think he started hitting the pipe.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's bad, bro.
Yeah. And this was like very talented. Like at one point, like a really, really good friend of mine, and like you can see the evolution of his of his mug shots.
Yeah, that stuff's all bad, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's meth, but it's definitely like some crack cocaine and maybe some heroin. But you just see the evolution of it, bro. Yeah, it's bad.
That's all bad, bro.
Yeah, but like 7 DUIs.
Shit. Like the whole Oxycontin thing. I was actually just talking to one of my boys. What's up, cuz? You know who you are. I was talking to one of my boys. You know, back in the day. Man, I don't want to say his name either. There's a famous rapper down in LA.
Yeah. And
if you know anything, I mean, if you know the albums, it's not hard to figure out. But
I gotcha.
Basically, he was part of it, and they were going down to LA and running Oxy 80s back up here.
Gotcha.
And they were getting them from this rapper. That's how I actually financed his whole shit. That's how he got his shit off, and the studio time and all that.
I gotcha.
But he would actually come up here too. Like people were hanging out with this rapper before he got famous. And shit. And so it was crazy for people when he got put on.
Yeah.
And I just remember that like time, man. Like so many fucking people that I knew just fell off and fell into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, it was so sad to see, man.
Sad.
And seeing my boy, you know, because I mean, you know, not like homie, but homie. I mean, since like I played my first year of football with him in first grade, like homie. You know, homie, right? Mm-hmm. Just you know, when I just didn't agree with what he was doing, but that shit. That's
just sad, bro.
Crazy amounts of money. I'll never forget the first time I walked into this shit and he pulled out like a pillowcase size clear bag of Oxy 80s. I mean,
the rapper?
No, my boy.
Your boy.
But he'd got it from the rapper. I mean, I'm talking about a pillow size bag of Oxys.
Why would you 80s. Want that, bro?
Oh, they were living, bro. They were, you know, living the life. Literally living the life that you see in the movies and shit. But
pill game strong.
I don't fuck with the pharmaceuticals, bro. I've never been a pharmaceutical guy.
No.
Smoke weed. Take natural remedies, herbs and spices.
Yep.
There's so many natural. Like I was talking about.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a little when I was in college. I had a little problem with hydrocodone cough syrup.
Oh, there you go. Lean.
I was leaned out, man.
He was leaning.
I was leaned out in Seattle before Seattle cats knew what lean was.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Before everybody's like rolling around, like doing it.
I've tried it. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. It's
I smoke weed. I'm not even a drinker, bro. I smoke weed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you trying to go burn something? I think that's a good little note to go burn something on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go catch this little ferry coming in.
Yeah, catch some vibes, man. Smoke the rest of this. What
man.
You got? SFVOG.
Fernandese. I call her Fernanda.
Fernando. I like
Fernando.
Fernando.
Yeah, she's
somebody call Fernando trying to move a piano.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. No, Whiskey Papi, man. Sexy Drake.
Hey,
you know, I think this is a dope thing we got going, man.
So, man.
So we might hop back on here. If we don't, fuck it. But
yeah, hey.
If not, man, we out, bro.
We out
for the 6.
We out the 6.
Yes, sir. All right, Whiskey.
All right.